live. All right, guys. Happy Thursday morning, or I guess afternoon at this point, depending where you're at. I think it's still morning for a lot of people. Sleep at night. I depend on you. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the light. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. The victory's still in front of me. I depend on you. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the light. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. I enter rest. I depend on you. I depend on you for eternal life, to be raised with Christ. I depend on you. I can never lie. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the light. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. You're the way, the truth, and the light. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. Be my strength, my song in the night. Be my all, my treasure, my prize. I am yours, forever you're mine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. you for those harmonies. All right. Probably only have my wife in here. We'll see. That's okay. Let me go ahead and share it around one more time before we really dive in to today's scriptures. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if she'll even check that. All right. Bye bye. Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and I'm not sure how far behind this is. Oh, it's far behind. Alright. We're gonna jump into today's scripture, starting Genesis 31. We're gonna go through 32. And then we'll do Matthew. This one's a little bit shorter than yesterday's. Matthew 10. And then Psalms 13 and Proverbs 3. So, what is going on? All right. Jumping into it. Genesis 31. So Jacob put his wives and children on camels, and he drove all his livestock in front of him. He packed all the belongings he had acquired in the Padan Aram and set out for the land of Canaan, where his father Isaac lived. At the time they left, Laban was some distance away, shearing his sheep. Rachel stole her father's household idols and took them with her. Jacob outwitted Laban the Aramean. Sorry. What? Okay. For they set out secretly and never told Laban they were leaving. So Jacob took all his possessions with him and crossed the Euphrates River, heading for the hill country of Gilead. 3 days later, Laban was told that Jacob had fled, so he gathered a group of his relatives and set out in hot pursuit. He caught up with Jacob 7 days later in the hill country of Gilead. But the previous night, God had appeared to Laban, the Aramean, I thought it was Armenian, but maybe not, in a dream and told him, I'm warning you, leave Jacob alone. Laban caught up with Jacob as he was camped in the hill country of Gilead, and he set up his camp not far from Jacob's. What do you mean by deceiving me like this? Laban demanded. How dare you drag your daughters away like prisoners of war? My daughters away like prisoners of war. Why did you slip away secretly? Why did you deceive me? And why didn't you say you wanted to leave? I would have given you a farewell feast with singing and music accompanied by tambourines and harps. I can't speak. Wow, what is my problem? Why didn't you let me kiss my daughters and grandchildren and tell them goodbye? I have acted very foolishly. I could destroy you, but the God of your father appeared to me last night and warned me, leave Jacob alone. I can understand your feelings that you must go and your intense longing for your father's home, but why have you stolen my gods? I rushed away because I was afraid, Jacob answered. I thought you would take your daughters from me by force, but as for your gods, see if you can find them, and let the person who is taking them die. If you find anything else that belongs to you, identify it before all these relatives of ours, and I will give it back. But Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen the household idols. Yeah. Laban went first into Jacob's tent to search there, then into Leah's, and then the tents of the two servants' wives. But he found nothing. Finally, he went to Rachel's tent, but Rachel had taken the household idols and hidden them in her camel saddle. Now she was sitting on them. Then Laban had thoroughly searched her tent without finding them. She said to her father, please, sir, forgive me if I don't get up for you. I'm having my monthly period. So Laban continued to search, but he could not find the household idols. Then Jacob became very angry, he said, and he challenged Laban. What's my crime? He demanded. What have I done wrong to make you chase after me, though I were a criminal? You have rummaged through everything I own. Now show me what you have found that belongs to you. Set it out here in front of us before our relatives for all to see. Let them judge between us. For 20 years I have been with you, caring for your flocks, and all this time your sheep and goats never miscarried. In all those years I never used a single ram of yours for food. If any were attacked or killed by wild animals, I never showed you the carcass and asked you to reduce the count of your flock. No, I took the loss myself, and you made me pay for every stolen animal, whether it was taken in broad daylight or in the dark of night. I worked for you through the scorching heat of the day and through the cold and the sleepless nights. Yes, for 20 years I slaved in your house. I worked for 14 years, earning 2 daughters, and 6 more years for your flock. And you changed my wages 10 times. In fact, if the God of my father had not been on my side, the God of Abraham and the fearsome God of Isaac, you would have sent me away empty-handed. But God has seen your abuse of my heart and seen your abuse of my hard work. That is why he has appeared to you last night and rebuked you. Then Laban replied to Jacob, these women are my daughters, these children are my grandchildren, these flocks are my flocks. In fact, everything you see is mine. But what can I do now about my daughters and their children? So come, let's make a covenant, you and I, and it'll be a witness to our commitment. So Jacob took a stone, set it up as a monument. Then he told his family members, gather some stones. So they gathered stones and piled them in a heap. Then Jacob and Laban sat down beside the pile of stones to eat a covenant meal. To commemorate the event, Laban called the place Jegar Sahadutha, which means witness pile in Aramaic. And Jacob called it Gilead, which means witness pile in Hebrew. Then Laban declared the piles of stones will stand as a witness to remind us of the covenant we made today. This explains why it's called Gilead, witness pile. But it was also called Mizpah, which means watchtower. For Laban said, may the Lord keep watch between us to make sure that we keep the covenant when we are out of each other's sight. Wow, I said that wrong. If we mistreat my daughters, or if you marry other wives, God will see it, even if no one else does. He is a witness to this covenant between us. See this pile of stones, Laban continued, and see the monument I have set between us. They stand between us as a witness of our vows. I will never pass the pile of stones to harm you, and you must never pass these stones or this monument to harm me. I call on the God of our ancestors, the God of your grandfather Abraham, and the God of your father, and the God of my grandfather Nahor, to serve as a judge between us. So Jacob took an oath before the fearsome God of his father Isaac to respect the boundary line. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice to God there at the mountain and invited everyone to a covenant feast. After they had eaten, they spent the night on the mountain. Laban got up early the next morning, and he kissed his granddaughters and his daughters and blessed them. Then he left and returned home. As Jacob started on his way again, angels of God came to meet him. When Jacob saw them, he exclaimed, this is God's camp. So he named the place Mahanaim, I guess. Sure. Then Jacob sent messengers ahead to see his brother Esau, who was living in the region of Seir in the land of Edom. He told them, give this message to my master Esau. Humble greetings from your servant Jacob. Until now I have been living with my uncle Laban, and now I own cattle, donkeys, flocks of sheep, and goats, and many servants, both men and women. I have sent these messengers to inform you, my lord, of my coming. Hope that you will be friendly to me. After delivering the message, the messenger returned to Jacob and reported, we met your brother Esau, and he is ready on his way to meet you with an army of 400 men. Jacob was terrified at the news. He divided his household along with the flocks of herds and camels in 2 groups. He thought, if Esau meets one group and attacks it, perhaps the other group can escape. Then Jacob prayed, O God of my grandfather Abraham and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, you told me, return to your land and to your relatives, and you promised me I will treat you kindly. I am not worthy of all the unfailing love and faithfulness you have shown me, your servant. When I left home and crossed the Jordan River, I owned nothing except for a walking stick. Now my household fills 2 large camps. O Lord, please rescue me from the hand of my brother Esau. I am afraid that he is coming to attack me along with my wives and children. But you promised me, I will surely treat you kindly, and I will multiply your descendants until they become as numerous as the sands along the seashore, too many to count. Whew! We getting through Genesis, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be done with Genesis. All right, let's continue. Matthew 10:24 through 11:6. Students are not greater than their teacher, and slaves are not greater than their master. Students are to be like their teacher, and slaves are to be like their master. And since I, the master of the household, have been called the prince of demons, members of my household will be called even worse names. But don't be afraid of those who threaten you, for the time is coming when everything that is covered will be revealed, and all that is secret will be made known to all. What I told you in the darkness, shout abroad when daybreak comes. What I whisper in your ear, shout from the housetops for all to hear. Don't be afraid of those who want to kill your body. They cannot touch your soul. Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body in hell. What is the price of 2 sparrows, 1 copper coin? But not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without your Father knowing it. And the very hairs on your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are more valuable to God than a whole flock of sparrows. Everyone who acknowledges me publicly here on earth, I also acknowledge before the Father in heaven. But everyone who denies me here on earth, I will also deny before the Father in heaven. Don't imagine that I came here to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. If you love your father or mother more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. Anyone who receives you receives me, and anyone who receives me receives the Father who sent me. If you receive a prophet as one who speaks for God, you will be given the same reward as a prophet. If you receive righteousness because of righteous people because of their righteousness, you will be given a reward like theirs. And if you give even a cup of cold water to the one of the least of my followers, you will surely be rewarded. When Jesus had finished giving these instructions to the 12 disciples, he went out to teach and preach in towns throughout the region. John the Baptist, who was in prison, heard about all the teachings the Messiah was doing, so he sent his disciples to ask Jesus, "Are you the Messiah we've been expecting, or should we keep looking for someone else?" Jesus told them, "Go back to John and tell him what you have heard and seen. The blind see, the lame walk, those with leprosy are cursed. The deaf hear, the dead are raised to life, and the good news is being preached to the poor." Then he added, "God bless those who do not fall away because of me." Psalms 13, 1 through 6. O Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you look the other way? How long must I struggle with anguish in my soul, with sorrow in my heart every day? How long will my enemy have the upper hand? Turn and answer me, O God, O Lord my God. Restore the sparkle in my eye, or I'll die. Don't let the enemies gloat, saying, "We have defeated him." Don't let them rejoice in my downfall, but I trust in your unfailing love. I will rejoice because you have rescued me. I will sing to the Lord because he is good to me. Proverbs 3, 16 through 18. She, wisdom, offers you long life in her right hand, and riches and honor in her left. She will guide you down a delightful path. All her ways are satisfying. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly. Full disclosure. Jesus taught that one day all will be revealed. Every secret will be known, and everything done in darkness will be brought to the light. We often lead 2 lives, one with a perfect public persona and the other one full of secrets we hide from those who would hurt. Including ourselves. When men turn away from a life of lust, pornography, and illicit sexual gratification, full disclosure is the beginning of full integrity. Confessing things done in the dark frees a man from past secrets, so he is free to serve Christ. Let this Yo, what happened? There it is. Okay. My preview went away, so that's what I started freaking out. All right. It was what I was saying was this one was really rough, not in a bad way per se, but definitely it's just different. Especially that devotional. As someone who has struggled with lust, definitely it's such a hard thing to overcome, and I kind of want to talk about it someday. I got to find the right connection to it, but yeah. So anyways, that's really it for this stream. If you come across it later on, great. If not, then I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to see if I don't know if this is going to shorts or not. If it's going to shorts, that's cool. And that's what we need, but I don't think it's going to shorts, and that's why we're not getting a lot of engagement. So yeah, let me know if you're getting this or not in your shorts, because again, I don't know if this is, if it's posting in shorts or not. Oh, it's not even working on my phone. Great. All right, but I'm gonna get out of here. And I will be back with another Faithful Trainer video, and also I plan on starting today. Actually, I'll be back later today, and I'll try to get this figured out. But we're gonna do a Faithful Trainer podcast. I'm gonna start working on it. It's gonna go side by side with the devotional I'm working on as well. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later, and there might be some gameplay coming soon. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's gotta be.